Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Waseca County. We're here back on the farm. We got our lime spreader all set up. We got a whole bunch of lime all lined up nice and neat and ready to get loaded up into the spreader. And just making sure final things. We got the music, we got the audios, we got video. So yeah, we're doing good. We're changing it up a little bit tonight. Just because some kind of major issues that we're having on our multiplayer. We're trying to get things sorted out for that. And yeah, so we're just kind of letting that stay on a little bit of a hiatus. And we're just doing a few other things. Let's go ahead and get back in here. We got almost full. I think I may need to buy some more. But we'll let this go. We'll, whatever we get is what we get. And I just want to do one thing here. Make sure we got the live chats going instead of top chat on all the stuff. So we got a cultivating contract that we picked up. We can probably do another plowing contract while we're doing liming, doing some baling. So we'll go ahead and accept that one as well. But what I came in here for originally was we got to make sure that we get our lime put down in the correct fields. So 8, 6, 5, 11, 7, and 4, I believe. Let's select everything. Yeah, there. So yeah, everything there. 2, 19, 20. That's our corn and soybeans. So yeah, we got a lot of lime to do. We didn't get to the liming process on this field. Yeah, we'll just start with field 8. We'll hit that. Although I do have to bale first. So we'll get this taken over to the field, and I'll get the baling started. And don't see nobody coming. YOLO. Yeah, we did get that one done earlier. The last episode or two, I forget when. Had a lot of things going on. As always, life is busy, and I got, multiple playthroughs going of different things, so it's hard to remember what all is happening in all the fields on all the maps. So we get that started, get it turned down, get the baler dropped. And then as soon as we get this field done, we'll go grab our semi. We'll get all the bales picked up in here, and that way the AI worker can get some lime done. Although they'll get the lime done a lot faster than we will, so I think we'll probably move on to the second field, or maybe even the third, who knows. But if they spread the lime, then it gets a little better coverage than we do, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm just making sure I'm not receiving any weird notification here. And texting and driving doesn't mix, I'm trying to get an episode of Waseca County in on live stream because my normal streaming time, Sundays for Waseca, is taken up with work. So I've got a prior commitment, can't stream Waseca at my normal time. So, you know, we're doing it, slipping it in the middle of the week, or at the end of the week, there we go. Oh, while I'm doing this, I need to... I forgot. Let's go back over here and let's get into... yeah, we'll just enter that guy. You know, the old 7150. Gotta figure out where all my equipment is. Oh, right here. Okay. So, we already got this guy hooked up to the cultivator. Because, like I said, we got that cultivating contract. And where is field 27 at? Straight south of us. Okay. That'll be easy. We'll get this guy set up, and then we'll grab the other stagger, and we'll get that set up on the plowing contract. Okay, we do see a truck coming, but didn't look like they were going too fast. Yeah, 27 is that. Alright, let's get the AI going. And yes, we did rent a vegetable harvester the other day. So we get this going, disconnect the trailer. Yeah, we were doing some potatoes and peas, and we got those contracts done. There's still one more field of potatoes on the map. Don't know if or when we'll be able to do them. So, you know, since we rented the equipment, we'll just keep it for another month as needed. Okay, get that guy hooked up. Yeah, we don't need that map on for anything that is on the map. We know exactly where that field's at. And then the month of September brings us our corn harvest. We gotta make silage and we hit our mailbox. I was hoping we'd miss it, but apparently not. Sorry, Mr. School Bus, but you're going to have to stay back there. And then we got Matsy flying by up here. How many cars we got back there? We got a convoy going. We got ourselves a convoy. Okay, and they're turning. One of these days I'll fix this shed. But not today. Yes. I'll be right back, everybody. You gotta assist a family member with a task, so just hold tight. We'll just watch the AI worker. Alright, we're back, everybody. So now let's go over and continue on our baling. always fun being the technical expert of the house. Westblade 3217, welcome in. We are doing good. Thank you for joining us tonight. Who perked that bell there? I think it was our nasty baler, that's what did it. You know, I absolutely despise the game. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I like it so much that it's more than a full-time job playing the game. Oop, let's get that little spot there. Forgot about that little guy. That little guy, don't worry about that little guy. When I have 4 different maps I play on a regular basis, and that's just for the different live streams and video sessions that I do. I play on Waseca County, I play on Alma, Missouri, Kinleg, and then a Riverbend Springs 4X by Stevie. And then also, you know, when time permits and things like that, there's a couple other maps that I jump on, you know. Played a little bit on Goldcrest Valley, Elm Creek. Gosh, there's just so many other maps that I've jumped on and played on. Nope, I enjoy the game. It's very good, relaxing. And I bought the game a month after release, and I know I probably don't have the top hours on the game. You know, I'm probably not even in the top 10%. Let's put it that way. But I'm going to do a little check here. So while that's going the thing, and, you know, I've got over 3,400 hours in the game. Fishing is fun. It's tedious. The easiest thing for me to use is a controller for it. My guess is you're on mouse and keyboard if you're having problems. I don't have the Highlands Fishing DLC on this current map, so I don't have the fishing stuff. But yeah, if you have a controller, it's super easy. It's just time consuming to really get into it and to make money. Xbox Series. I'm surprised you're struggling with it. Because all it is you press B to cast, you hold it down for however far you want to cast the line, and then it's tap B and just repetitive tap to keep the hook in the fishing zone. I know a person that plays on keyboard, and they gave up on it because tapping the key just automatically sent the lure out of distance of the trying to hover over the fish spot. Yeah, I've been a fan of the Xbox for many years, and you know, that's my controller currently. This is my old one. If you know those colors, you'll know the series that came from. Fan of Xbox since the original Xbox. And yeah, those are just the controllers I have within reach. I've got 2 or 3 set in a box that I need to go through and tear them apart and see if I can clean up the stick drift on them. This controller I need to tear apart and fix my bumper. It doesn't work right. And this is currently on PC, this game. Same, I went from PlayStation to Xbox and can't afford a PC that I really want. Yeah, I understand. Dude, I totally understand. I totally understand you. You know, back in... Oh, it would be... 96 is when I bought my first computer. You know, pre-built systems, Gateway 2000, or Gateway. I think it was Gateway 2000 at the time. And then I bought another one that was it was a pre-built, but not by one of the major manufacturers, you know, Dell Compaq, Gateway. It was a computer store in the town I was living in. And then when I was living in that town, that's when I bought the Xbox. And that was in like, 2002, 2003, somewhere in there. I forget how long the Xbox was out when I bought it. And then once I got the Xbox, and I slowly started going away from PC games. 360 came out, bought that one. The Xbox One, got that one. And then I only started getting back into computer gaming, it would be 3 years ago. I'm going to have to take that tree down. It's got a terrible lean to it. I could go the back way around. There's the gap in the fence right there. But I prefer starting on the same side versus at the very top. So I start down at the road. Excuse me. So what maps do you play on? What maps does everybody in the chat play on? I'd like to hear. Yeah, August is not the time frame for tornadoes on this map. If we were in April, I would gladly show you. Although this this past year 7 on this map, there were no tornadoes, which was kind of surprising. And yes, I say that as an actual factual statement because tornadoes tend to happen 2 to 3 times a year on this map. So much so that you actually see it go through your fields. And we'll back up and get that spot. In fact, we'll do this. We'll head down over here. And if you can see in the distance, right where my cursor is, right above the house, the trees are knocked down. When a tornado rolls through, whatever's in the direct path of it, they will destroy all the trees. So that is the only damage I can show you on this map currently. Like I said, if we go into our menu here, if there was an issue with a tornado going through wherever it happens, you would see a definitive line going right through the field. And it's not a solid line, it's an actual, it looks like the field was torn in that spot. But yeah, this year there was no tornadoes on the map, which was surprising. And like I said, the time frame for the tornadoes is generally March through July. So we can't see any tornadoes right now. Yeah, this section of trees was hit pretty hard, and I've gone through, since I own that plot of land, I've gone through and taken care of all the damaged trees. You know, get rid of them. You know, that spot right there, that was all damaged trees. I've only really cut down just trees that were damaged, so. It'll mess your map up, especially when it like I said, this map, the map maker went in and changed the stats for how often tornadoes go through, how often hailstorms go through, and things like that. So it's more common to see tornadoes and hail on this map than others. Right now playing on Alma, Missouri and Owendale, Michigan. Does it do again? Okay, I gotta. Does it do again work to your vehicle or house? I hope I got it activated for tornadoes. If you have a crop planted in the field, it will do crop destruction in the field. If you have bales from grass or straw laying around, not in an area for collected bales, a bale storage, it will take those bales and phew, bye bye. But as far as the house goes, you should be good. If it's in fact, we'll just do this. Wrong button. I wanted construction mode, but for some reason it wasn't doing that. So like these farmhouses here, it won't touch them at all. They'll be absolutely fine. If you have, I'm not sure about these ones. This map does have, in fact, my current house that I have on the map here. It's all part of the map. It's this constructible. So, and I had a tornado literally run right here, and it didn't touch the house. I'm just trying to. There's another one for pre-built shed stuff. It's none of those. Okay, I think it's the decorations, yeah. Yeah, like these ones here, where if you were to put it down, you would have to supply the materials for it. I have seen these ones get blown apart. These types of sheds. So it depends on the shed or the building, but for the most part, all of the prefabricated houses, sheds, and things like that, they'll survive just fine. Yeah, we'll just push that bell for a while, I guess. So make sure that you have, if you go into your menu, go into the settings here, make sure you have disaster destruction enabled if you want to see the tornadoes. You can go through and have it set up for visual only, where you can see the tornado come in, but it won't do any damage. If it's disabled, the tornadoes and hailstorms won't come in at all. What's up, Second Chance Gaming? Welcome in. We were just talking about disaster destruction on the maps. Yep, I got field over there. I've got a field up north. I gotta get straw taken out of. Okay, it looks like our plowing contract is done. That's good. Yeah, I have not played on Owendale, Michigan yet. I do have a video series on Alma, Missouri that's out. The latest episode was out on Tuesday. Normally I put the episodes out on Monday, but I had some time constraint issues and was not able to get the editing done in time. Normally it's out on Mondays at 1:15 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I should put a poll up in the Discord channel for I don't know if that time slot is working well. I mean, it's hard to say. I may have to revisit when I upload my videos. Okay, and there was the spot of hay right there. I just wanted to make sure the AI worker in field 27 was actually moving. Yep, you're welcome anytime. I love trying to help people out in the game, answering questions. It's not uncommon for a question to come out and I'll actually stop the game and actually build something or make a purchase in game to try to figure out the workings of a particular item. I just have to remember that when I do things like that, I save the game and then turn off the autosave. And that way when I'm done doing whatever it is that we're testing, I can exit out and reload from the save. That way nothing is messed up. That's I've heard stories going both ways on that. FarmSim 25 is my first introduction into the game series, so I don't know how it worked on 22 or any of the other ones. Some people say that AI worked better on 22. Of course, this was 9 months ago, so you got to take it with a grain of salt, I guess. But I I have an issue every now and then where the AI worker will just spin donuts in the middle of the field doing absolutely nothing. I've had them run into trees and get stuck. And I've had them take the biggest equipment and absolutely uh, do a field with no problems. So it seems like the common thing that I have currently with AI is fences. So they'll back up to get lined up on a job, say stone picking, and they'll just back up into the fence and keep backing up, keep backing up, keep backing up, and won't drive forward, won't start nothing. So that's been my current issue right now. But you just go over there, you hop in, you do go 10, 15 feet or whatever, and then let AI do the job, and then it's no big deal. Especially very wide equipment. Take for example the that SM82 plow, the Lizard SM82, the 26-meter one. If they don't turn properly, they'll get that caught up on trees or fences or a building. What up, J4? Welcome in. Thank you for coming in tonight. Had to go into my YouTube channel and look at something real quick. That's what I was doing on the phone. Yep, we're doing good. Got a lot of baling going on. I think we'll have well over 100 bales when we're done with all the straw. One of these days I'll remember to reset the counter on the baler. And I'm sure I've accidentally reset the baler back to the shop before, and, you know, that's why it's only at 1100 bales. Alright, we'll head up north and get the field at the top of the hill. The field number 7. And we'll start in this corner here. Not that it matters what corner we start in, but because originally when we entered the field, it was in that corner. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the heads up. It's always good to hear that type of feedback. And that field of corn right there is ours. And a little bit of hail damage in it. So we got to make sure to not run it over. That field is ours. The ultimate goal is to not own every piece of land on the map. I think we own somewhere between a third and a half. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fields, because that was a field there at one time. And there's 32 fields. 36. So yeah, we between a third and a half is what we own. I don't want every field. I do like doing contracts for other NPCs, you know. If I was on my Riverbend Springs original map, I had every field bought and under my ownership since like year 6. Bloop. Yeah, the ultimate goal on this map is to get a full-fledged cattle production, beef cattle. If I go to my map here, our cattle, we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sheds of cattle So that's going to be 200 cattle per shed. So 1,400 head of cattle. With the ability to expand further. Right now we're sitting at about 1,000 head of cattle. So at the end of the day on this month, we got to go over and check to make sure. I think all the food's still going to be good. But yeah, we're doing a full beef cattle industry. We do have a butcher shop on the map. That when things are said and done, 40 head of cattle a month are going to be processed at it. So that's kind of the ultimate goal right there. It's not to own all the fields. It's to get a viable beef cattle industry going. I think what we have for fields currently is about perfect. We use the sorghum to make money because the sorghum goes to the ethanol plant. We'll just go here. And you can see our productions is quite low. Even the 2 sawmills, if we were to get rid of them, you know, we're basically non-existent on productions. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to drop down the central ethanol plant, you know, right now we got sorghum in there making a sorghum meal, and it does ethanol. And that's 2 very good items to sell off at the best time of the year. And the same with the soybeans, same with the corn, same with canola. And if you're running cattle, you can take that canola meal, you can take the corn meal, and you can supplement that into your TMR. So it extends the longevity of the TMR product. So you get a little bit more out when you it's the modern animal food. So like this one here with canola, we don't have any canola, but you can put canola meal in there plus the silage, hay, straw, and then you can make a whole bunch of TMR. Hey, look, we hit a fence. So yeah, it's very profitable to do that, and if you're in the pig industry, it's the same way. The pigs will take, instead of canola and corn, I'm hitting the wrong button. You can the canola and corn will go into the cattle. The soybeans and sorghum can be used for the pig food mix. And there is, with the central ethanol plant, there is a pig food mixing plant that goes along with it. So if you're doing the animals, doing pigs or cattle, I would look into doing the central ethanol plant. It works out pretty good. The diesel, I mean, you use diesel on your farm all the time. So it's good to have that free resource of diesel coming in. And then the excess, you can just sell that off, and you can make some good money with that. And then the different meals that you make from the product, that sells for the same or a little bit more than the grain outright sells for, if I remember correctly. Let's get lined up here. So Let's go to here. Soybeans. We'll just check soybeans. Max price $11.85 per thousand. So if we scroll down to our soybean meal, $13.33. There is a little bit of loss in the process of the ethanol plant doing its thing, but it makes up for it. So it's worth it to drop the ethanol plant. Almost made it to the end on a clean pass. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 passes left altogether. Been doing good. Doing good. Got off work tonight at the normal time, ate supper with the family, and then back to streaming. The AI worker got done with the field just in time, and we don't have to pay him anymore today. Oh, maybe we do, considering they just completed their task. I'm also still trying to figure out what I'm going to plant in my fields. I think these 4 are going to go canola. This one, and 4 are going to go into sorghum. We do try to do crop rotation on this map. So my cornfields will go to this one next year, field 20. And then 20 will be split amongst those 2 fields. I may buy field 22. I'm going to have to look into that one. Field 22's kind of been on the radar. I was going to buy it earlier this year, but it went into peas, and I'm not about destroying a pea crop just because I'm, selfish like that. I'd rather do the contract to harvest the peas and do the weeding and make money off of them, and then buy the field after the harvest is done. How much is field 22? 521,000. I don't know if I have enough money saved up for that. Even in, well, I do. I do. I can't say that. I can make the money really quick. Let's just put it that way. But I'm trying to avoid it this year. I don't want to do that. The big reason is I don't know how much TMR my cattle are going to go through next year. So I'm trying to save up everything I got. Then we got that field there. That's the last one we got to harvest. And don't see anybody coming. And we'll just drop the pickup down. That'll slow us down automatically. Okay, wood beams, we'd have to wait till October. Normally, all the wood products are sold in like January for the best price. Yeah, we'll leave that spot there. We can pick that up on that last pass. Alright, this is the last field. A few more minutes and we'll be done. Yeah, we're up over, well over 120 bells. It was either 113 bells I remember seeing or 130 bells. And then that one, that's a perfect. But when we drive around with the semi, we'll definitely do the counting then. We'll come back for that spot. I just got to remember to do that. And I need to be on this side. Drop her down. All right. Then we get to grab the semi. Once we get the first field cleared out of bells, then we can get the lime going. I'll hire a worker for doing that. Lime is already there. Uh-oh, where's my semi? I know where the semi's at. Semi's over at the grain elevator. It's actually a central ethanol plant. There it is. And then I gotta come over here for a tractor that's in the elevator. Uh-oh, I missed my corner. Excuse me, bus. Okay, this corner I'm definitely slowing down for. I don't know how many times I've ended up in that corner of the cornfield. Okay. Okay, there goes Matsy. And there goes us. Yeah, we'll just stay in the ditch the entire time. Get into bell collection mode. And yes, all the fast drivers on this map are named after the map maker, Matsy. Could be Matsy's grandma, could be Matsy's brother, could be Matsy's cousin. Could be his dad, could be his mom. They're all a relative of Matsy. Okay, no bale there. What's up, Cajun? Welcome in. I saw you were playing a different game than ATS earlier today. Which one was it? Was it NHL? You were on ATS this morning from what I remember, and then I want to say it was NHL this evening. Oh, 2K26, basketball. Okay, now that we got that field cleared out, let's go. Why is it not showing up? Okay, I guess we'll run over there ourselves. Why wasn't it showing on the map? I don't know. Okay, now they're working. Whee! Yeah, Snow Runner, yeah, that was another one I saw. NBA 2K26. Yeah, the only basketball game I ever got associated with was it was on either the original Nintendo or the Super Nintendo. I forget which console. And that was Larry Bird versus Michael Jordan. That will date me if you guys can find that game. Mr. Three-Pointer versus Mr. Dunk Savage. I was always good with Larry Bird. Three, two, and last one. YOLO. I'm gonna go. All right, we'll let that stop and collect. If I remember correctly, this trailer holds 65 bells. The next time we get it loaded up, we'll do a count on it real quick. Ooh, 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 ooh. So, one. Let's slow down a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Do you play with a controller or wheel and pedals? I do wheel and pedals. But I also have a controller as a standby. Mainly for the walking aspect, if I were to exit a vehicle and walk around. But I do just kind of default to the controller a lot. It's definitely not as smooth steering with the controller as it is with a steering wheel. Okay, that's all the bells there. Let's head up north and get that field 20, I think it was, or 7. Jackknife ourselves, hit the fence. Let's see if we can pick that one up right there. There we go. What's up, babe?
Want one of these?
Take it. Digging into the Christmas candy she was. Imagine trying to do all these bells with a 14 bell trailer. So yes, the calculation is 13 in a row, and there's 5 rows, so that's 65 bells. And right now we're at 62, and which is typical for me anymore. Catch air. Let's not hit the mailbox. So this puts us at 130 bales. Okay, we're going to stop here and we're going to get the AI worker going on the next field. There we go. Now I can see my tractor. Alright, we'll get them started right there. And how are they doing on the lime? That's nitrogen. Yeah, that field looks really good now. So we got to get this one. And I don't know why everything looks good. Since we just bought this field here, that's why the environmental score is down on it. But everything else is looking really good. As long as I'm above 90%, that's what I feel is the best. I'm not going to sit there and worry about having to hit that 100% for the environmental score. Any traffic behind me? No. Oops, sorry, in the wrong lane. I was thinking I was back on Kinleg. Alright. One more load out of that other field, and I'm guessing there's going to be 20 bells in there. We may hit 150 bells. Oh, that's right. We gotta... I mean, we don't have to buy a new seeder for planting canola. It'd be nice. And bell collection mode on. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be 18 bales. 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. So it puts us at 148 bales from our sorghum fields. I'll take that all day long. If we ever use all the straw, I doubt it. But we can sell it. We make more on selling the straw than we do on having to apply fertilizer. Good evening, Cifador. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Glad to have you on board. And the nice thing is we can always finish the lime in September as well, so we don't have to worry about getting all the fields limed today. Well, thank you for coming in from Brazil. Glad to have you. And I did use Google Translate for this, so hopefully I did not mess up the language or anything like that. Thank you for being here. Okay. Yeah, we could buy a new seeder for planting our canola. But I'm unsure if I want to do that right now. What I am sure of that I'm going to do is come over here and we'll just enter our 6,500. And our silage clamp is emptied out. We're ready for the next month of silage. I forget how much we got in this trailer here. 184,000 liters. Okay. So we'll just let that run. We'll check on this barn. We got 128,000 of food, so we're doing good. This barn's got 135,000. This barn's good. Okay, this one is good as well. We may have to clear out some of the milk. Yeah, we got what is it? 44,000 liters of milk at. Yeah, we'll have to sell that sometime. That one's good on food and straw. And so is that one. And I do think I want to go ahead and sell this off right now. So let's take a look at our milk. I think we'll wait till September. We'll wait that extra 12 hours. Because we can sell it at either... Well, we own the dairy, so we can't sell it there. So the only other place is the ethanol sale. So yeah, we'll just hold off until next month. That's absolutely fine. And let's just go back over here. Oops. Enter the vehicle. Okay. And outside, okay, do we need to... Okay, I think I did those fields first, so pH looks good. And I just bought the soil sample information, so I wonder why some of the areas are not showing up properly. But no matter, I think we'll be all right. Okay, they completed their task. That's fine. We'll have them finish the other fields next month. Wee bit foggy out today. Okay, so let's go into that tractor. There may be enough lime in here. If not, we'll just go up to the somewhere and buy it. Okay, and we're gonna come over here into this guy. Well, actually, we're gonna come down here. Because we need to bring this guy home. This is our trailer that we've been using for TMR. You know what I forgot to do? When we get up here, gotta grab TMR anyway, so... Oh, there's that trailer. Or did we lease this trailer? I've gotta find out. Okay. Let's take a quick look. Rented by. So yeah, we need to return that. I forgot about that. It's a good thing it's cheap. Normally I'd use the Massey Ferguson for doing this job, but it's busy on something else. Okay, let's check on... That's newborn barn number 3. Okay, so they got plenty of TMR. They've got plenty of straw, barely used any. But while I'm here, and that thing's loading up, let's go down and look at our animal transfer situation. We'll start at the end. Yep, 200. So, we got 20 and 20. So we hit M on the keyboard. And we're going to transfer to newborn number 3. And transfer move. Yes. And then that one, transfer all of them. Done. M. Cowshed number 2. Oh. That's why. Okay. So, yeah, we're 1 month away from 50, 70, 90. Okay. Alright, that was confusing me. It's like, what in the world? Okay, and this one is the dairy, so we don't have to worry about this barn. This barn, we have 108 in here. This one's kind of the random from the original farm. Not tonight there, Grizzly. But welcome in, thank you. Unless you are really tempted to join, then I will start the multiplayer up. Just let me know. Okay, and these ones are newborns here. Don't have any old enough. Okay, 16 months. So 1 more month before we take a few over. Hey, go for it, man. Go give that a look-see. And if you want me to, I mean, we are, you know, we are in the month of September. You know what that means. And you'll also know what that means right there. So you're going to try to break it on East Vinland? Is that my understanding? Ramming speed. I just had to get something set up there real quick. Grizz knows what I was setting up. Let's see, we gotta go that direction. I got turned around, I couldn't remember if I had to turn left or right. What are they... Hey. Get back on the other side. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, you. Did... I can't go anywhere. Oh, they're stuck. So let me do this. Let's do that. Come on, move. Move. I guess I gotta back this thing up. I forget that thing's full too. Okay, that's pouring stuff out still. We need to bring them over some more hay. But since we are on the process of trying to buy this field here, we do have to stone pick it if we buy it. What contracts are out there? Oh, we got to complete these. Okay, we got a cultivating on the southwest side of the thing. We got a hoeing contract up there. Okay. Excuse me. We will go ahead and accept that contract. And the same with the cultivating. And I gotta see where I'm at. Oh, I'm not that far away. So I'll just drive through this field. And then we gotta go grab our plow and bring that home. Okay, we're gonna leave this parked right here. Just as a precaution. And then I want to take a look in here. We got 13,000, so I think it was empty on the beef in there anyway. But I just want to make sure that we actually have room. Okay. Okay, we got our baler there. Our limer is doing its liming things. Okay, that's got the front weight on it. That's what we need. We'll get this up to that northern field, field 28. It's a wee bit foggy. We're going to go for it. And then when I get this up to field 28, I've got to step away for just a couple of minutes. I would let AI drive up there, but they tend to get stuck on random things. So it is that field. Okay. So we'll just hop the ditch here. We'll get AI started. We'll stay in the vehicle, and I'll be right back, everybody. Alright, let's see what we can do now. Okay, they're done with that. Let's check this corner out over here real quick. There we go. And then we'll hit field 11. There should be enough lime in here to get that one. Oops. Okay, we'll get this sold. We'll get the buffalo milk taken up to the dairy real quick. And then we're gonna sell something else. There we go. So that was around, $40,000, I think it was. Not too shabby with that. Three, 7, 10, 27, 30, 37 water buffalo. I think what we're gonna do here, since we got some extra money here, yeah, we'll just finish this one out. We'll actually only buy 20 here. Okay. Because I got plans with this one as well. And looks like that field got limed, so then we can grab that tractor and get it hooked up to the planter. And we'll start getting our canola planted. Okay, and I just want to check on our dairy production real quick. Okay, we got plenty of storage. It's actually starting to collect on internal, so that's good. I wish it ran a little faster. You're the one that had to stop in the middle of the road, dude. Good grief. That's quite a bit foggy there. Holy buckets. Yikes. And just so that we don't block the entrance with our truck. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we'll come back here and I want to see how many animals we got. And it does look like we have a fair amount. So and we want to move these over to newborn number 3. Which means we'll have to build another barn over there. And then that water buffalo. Anything below 16 months will go right over there. 17 months we can take right up to our butcher shop. Yeah, I just don't have the room up here for that. So we could do this, top that one off. And then newborn number 2, we can put 2 in there. Excuse me. Okay. $18. These ones are starting to. I just bought those ones. That's why. Okay, these 6 months. Okay, that is now full. And I just want to take a look at the reproduction status on these. See, we just bought those ones. And we're down to 94. So that's 10, 20, 28 there. Then we got 10, 3, 6, 9, 12, 22 there. 20, 30, 44 there. So it looks like we need to buy... Okay. I think that'll be good for now, and then next month we'll buy just a few stragglers for that. So that'll be good. And now it's true justification for what I want to do next. See if we can do a drive-by. Nope, not. It was too fast. That'll be enough to get us through next month. And then we'll come over here and watch the money grow exponentially. TMR is, it's a $1,275 per thousand. But on this map, times that by 4. So if you have 250,000 liters of TMR, you can get over $1 million. But that right there will now also, let's do a special redemption. 641,959. Okay, and then let's make a special redemption here. $171,9565. There we go. We just paid off our loans. And now this field is barren from what I can remember. There's nothing in it. We're going to go ahead and buy that. Which means we have to plow it again. Which is so crazy. But we left our tractor there so we can go ahead and plow it. And can't remember if there was anything else we were going to buy. We do need another barn, but that can be next month. So I think right now we're good for money. We're just going to hold on to that $1 million, and that'll buy us a couple extra barns. We'll put one down here. And we'll figure out where we want to grow next. We may start taking field 20 and chopping it off down here and continue the cattle operation. But having that field right there makes me happy. We own this section right here, plus a little oddball jaunt there and a little jaunt there. So let's go back to the farmstead. Keep hitting the wrong button. And I want to check to see if there's a field of potatoes that's ready for harvesting. Okay, there ain't nothing in there to do, so we'll just shut that off for now. And those are the two actives. The field of potatoes. So yep, that got harvested, so we can go ahead and return the vegetable harvester. We'll do that right now. And we'll return that guy. We'll hold off on that for just a little bit because of reasons coming up. Since that trailer's full and, well, the other one's almost empty, so let's just take a look at it. How much is in here? Oh, 50,000 liters. I mean, we could put it in here. Yeah, I think we might do that. Because we do own this trailer, so that's fine. Okay. And yes, this bucket does hold 100,000 liters. And we'll get that parked right there. And then we need some straw, or yeah, we need some straw and hay. So 8 times 5 is 40. So we'll grab 6 bales. And then we'll come over here and we need... Okay, these ones are all full bales, so we'll grab 1. Okay, that's about as perfect as we can get. Just kind of straighten that guy back out. Alright, so now we got our trailer up here. Let's grab our tractor and we'll get that field plowed up real quick. And I don't like using articulated plows with this tractor, but we'll take care of any of the straggler spots as needed. Okay. Oh, it says it's already worked. Okay, we'll do it later. We got all the time in the world to do that field. And we'll double check this one just to make sure the lime is good. Yep, it's about as good as we can get it. And we'll need to buy the soil sample up there. That's fine. Yeah, there goes Matsy again. Yeah, we'll get these topped off, and then we'll get the tractor hooked up to our seeder. Make sure we got all the fertilizer and stuff that we can get. Also, seed tanks. Not that it matters which one we get, but we're looking at capacity. And we don't need the rollers because it's going to go on the front, so... Okay. Other side. And we'll go ahead and buy some of this fertilizer. We'll buy 8 pallets of it. Mr. Potato, welcome in. We're doing pretty darn good tonight. And I'm in the wrong field. Because that one was already canola. I need that one right there. Where are they going? It's whatever. There we go. Maybe one of these days I'll actually wash this. But I don't think I've washed... Well, yeah, I did wash a bunch of equipment earlier this year. I just didn't wash any of the equipment over here. Okay, that's full. Now we'll get some silage additive topped off in this. Is this... I need to return that one. I need the green one. And since it's myself, yeah, we're going to have fun. I don't plan on driving back and forth. I'm going to fill this thing up to 1.5 million liters, and we'll call it a day there. Maybe, yeah, we'll probably do 2 million liters. This is a neat unfolding header. That's pretty slick. Not gonna lie. Okay. Zoom out a little bit. It'd be nice if we get 2 million off of this field alone. And we are in the perfect month for doing it this time. Last year we started the silage harvest in August. That was a little too soon. We'll come back for that spot. Yeah, because this field is 23. It's almost the same size as this one. 24.07, 23.17. 1 acre smaller. And if we can get the 2 million liters out of this field, maybe 1.8 million liters, I'd be happy with. Then I can use the other field for nothing but taking up to the central ethanol. I think we can turn the beacons off. I forget what the yield map is on this field. Oh yeah, this is like one of the most beautiful fields out there. Perfect soil conditions. 200,000 liters on one lap is pretty good. Not gonna lie. I think if I remember correctly, the first year on this map, this field is corn. And I got 1.6 million liters off of it. Or it might have been year 2. Because I think first year this field was soybeans. It's been so long I don't remember. I mean, it was only like April of last year when this map came out. And I started playing on it like that day. Think we'll hit 400,000 by that southern corner? I hope so. That second pass was a lot better than the first. We hit 225 at that corner. And we're going to surpass that here in a second. Come on, back up. So close to 450,000 liters. So close. And there it is. Let's see if we can maintain another 200,000 liter lap. Yeah, I don't think we'll hit 50,000 by that corner. Oh yeah, I think we'll be well over 200,000 liters on this lap. Maybe 210. Like I said, we were right at 650,000 on that second lap. So 60,000 liters to go to get to that corner. Wade, Mitch, welcome in. Yo, right back to you. Hey, thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank you for the raid. I'm just doing a little silage harvesting on Waseca County. Wade, Mitch, Raid, Simple Bee Farms, welcome in. Thank you for showing up, everybody. You won by default. Everyone else up this late didn't have raids on. Ha! Thank you. I'm glad I had that turned on. Yes, Second Chance Gaming. Hit that like button, everybody. We'd love to have you join the Hobby Corner. Honey Butter 67, welcome in. Thank you. We're doing good tonight. Just getting this harvest done. We got to feed our cattle, you know. You know, we got all sorts of barns up there on the hill. Happy cows equals a happy life, or something like that. Six, seven. Yeah, I forgot there's a young person slang for that. This is the Kloss Jaguar 960, 990. I forget the exact model of this one. Let's zoom in here. Yeah, the 990 Kloss. Nothing wrong with a little bit of shenanigans. And yes, we do have a Titan trailer behind us because I am a one-person show, and I've got to transport all, you know, beyond the hill in order to get to my feedlot. And as the name says, this is Waseca County. We'll just give you a brief map overview. Most of the sell points are in the northwest corner. Our cattle operation is, yeah, and we're right here harvesting. It's over here in this section. We got the main farmyard, or equipment lot to the left. We'll just take a look at it as we go by. That it does. That it does, honey. If anybody has been on the original Waseca County map, it is redesigned quite a bit. Where the red shed is, used to be a small cattle enclosure. And then over here, these two locations were hog confinement buildings. And we converted all of this over to cattle. It's a nice map. The biggest thing you have to worry about is, number one, the weather. The tornado situation on this map is cranked up to 11. It's not uncommon to have back-to-back-to-back tornadoes come through your farm. Literally. And then I'm not seeing any traffic yet, but if they do show up, be prepared to get run over. They don't stop when they're doing 110. Even the Amazon driver there is doing about 90. School buses have no disregard for safety. That one's actually going the speed limit. I'll show you that here in just a second. Excuse me. So to change the HUD, since I do play on PC, and that's the unfortunate thing, it's PC. It's a mod called Additional Settings. So we can change the color interface to whatever we want. Change it to a dark green. Select that, and there we go. It is one of the script mods that, unfortunately console players are unable to use. Not a problem there. I do like answering questions. So if you have a question, please shout it out and I'll try to answer it as best as I can. Thank you for that there, Simple Bee Farms. I appreciate it. Everybody, please go ahead and hit that like button. And if you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe as well. We'd love to have you join the Hobby Corner. And Simple Bee Farms has subscribed. Thank you for the subscription. Greatly appreciated. We do have our short-term goal set at 250 subs, and we are 216, 217 currently right now. $250 subs, on our way to 1,000 by the end of the year. I just have to make sure that my silage additive doesn't go to 0. So I keep looking down here at the lower right of my screen. I generally stream Thursday night through Saturday night and then on Sunday mornings. My Sunday mornings for the next week or two are going to be non-existent due to some work reasons. But yeah, you can catch me 8 p.m. till 10:30, 11 o'clock on Thursday night, Mountain Time. Friday and Saturdays I try to hit, 11:30 or so. And then Sunday morning 7 to 11. Now that's all subject to change due to family commitments that everybody has every now and then. And like I do say to everybody, this is only a game. Please spend time with your family. Whether it be close friends that you have, or your mom and dad, your spouse, your children, whatever the reason is, family comes first. The game will always be there. Just want to take a look at the map, see how we're doing on the field. We're about half done. Yeah, we're doing pretty good on the yield of our corn chaff. I would love for this field to bring us in about 2 million liters of chaff, but I think it may be a little short. Yeah, I think Mr. Potato is on the East Coast. We're going to continue on until we get this entire field harvested. So about another half an hour or so. I need to make a quick purchase here if I can find my consumables. Let's go ahead and buy one of these. The store deliveries mod that I have I have it set up at my farm, so we'll drive up there to get it reloaded here in just a minute. I'm doing good, Mr. Potato. Doing real good tonight. Yep, and there's our silage additive along with some fertilizer. I know. Okay, I'll get them out here in a minute. That is the intent. Unfortunately, I do have to work in the morning, otherwise I would stay on longer. And with the missus coming in, saying that my dog has to go outside, it's going to be a little more than a half an hour before we get this field done, so I think we'll get to the very end up here and we'll close out the stream. It's 11:40 p.m. right now. I do plan on streaming this tomorrow night as well. It's either that or Kinleg. Haven't decided which I want to do yet. This map is my baby. I love this map. You know, I've spent 7 years in game on it. Kinleg is the just play around, do things, get the constructible stuff built on it. And there goes one of the fast cars again. All right, everybody. So, like I said, family comes first. I got to do some family business. It's going to take a little bit of time, and at that point, yeah, it's like I said, I gotta be up at 6:30 in the morning to get ready for work, and yeah, that time's coming up soon. So I want to thank every single one of you for coming in. Thank you to the subscribers. I love it. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the chat that we had going on. Greatly appreciated. Thank you all. And like I said, we'll be back on Waseca County or Kinleg tomorrow night at the same time, 7:30ish to 11 to midnight, somewhere in there. And if you haven't, please hit that like button. We'd greatly have you join the corner. Hit the subscribe as well, the notification bell. Do all that YouTube normal stuff. And with that, we'll catch you all later. Thank you, everybody. And I would love to do a raid to somebody, but I don't have the subscribers yet to go to a raid. So please join somebody else if you can. And we'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.